and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Doug Mainford, our resident Dutchman. How are you, Doug?
I'm doing good.
Good, that's what I like to hear. Alright, so let's get right into it. This question comes in from Abe Stauffer of Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, a transplanted Dutchman. Aren't we all?
Some of us are.
Abe wants to know, do you think we Dutchmen could sue for general suppression that was forced upon us in public schools, society, and our American culture? After generations of suppression and oppression, perhaps we should get some remunerations for our forefathers. I have experienced this myself. The boys in college made fun of me about the way I talk. I say you're correct. Let's sue.
I don't know how we're going to sue. Who you going to sue?
The government.
You're going to walk into the Supreme Court and say, I want remuneration for being a suppressed Pennsylvania Dutchman.
I want to be able to walk into a bar and there's still going to be a bowl of red beet eggs there and Diefenbach's potato chips and...
Do you have any idea how the Supreme Court works?
It doesn't matter. It's if I get my red beet eggs and potato chips, I'm fine.
No, that ain't the way it works.
Oh.
Abe Stauffer raises a very good point. For years, we have been suppressed. I don't know if we've been oppressed. Maybe some people have. Your dad, didn't he?
My dad,
yeah.
when he was a kid in elementary school, he grew up in the heart of Berks County, and he'd go in speaking Dutch, and if he got caught by the teacher speaking PA Dutch, then they would hit him with rulers or slap him. He was locked in a closet all day long because he spoke Dutch to somebody. And this one kid, he had a friend, he only spoke Dutch, and he never talked his entire career in school, through middle school and high school.
Because he was afraid.
Because he'd get hit if he spoke Dutch.
There are a lot of people that have that same story, that they were physically hit sometimes for speaking Pennsylvania Dutch in school or in public. And I understand the historical context. Look, in America during World War I and during World War II, it was pretty tough to be someone that spoke a German dialect, fighting Germany in 2 wars. I get that. But my point is this, and this is what I have the biggest problem with. All too often, the culture today in this country, the media, everything, is pushing us towards a monoculture.
None of that.
We're all supposed to fit into this one mold.
They want us all watered down. We'll all be the same boring cultureless people.
It is unbelievably unacceptable in my mind. And this idea that if you hold on to these old cultural values or languages that your forefathers spoke, if you keep doing that stuff, that makes you un-American. Well, let me tell you something. That's a bunch of hooey from here all the way to Lenhartsville. And I'll tell you why.
None of this melting pot.
Yeah, melting pot's what a lot of people come up with. Well, I don't agree with that idea. If I'm going to talk about America, I'm going to talk about America like a salad. You have all the ingredients in a salad. Lettuce, carrots, tomatoes, and they all come together and they make a salad. One thing.
The best part is the tomatoes get to be tomatoes and the carrots get to be carrots.
Yeah, when you put a salad together, those individual things come together to form one new thing, but they don't lose their individual characteristics. That, to me, is what America's about. Look, the Pennsylvania Dutch have been here for 300 plus years. We were instrumental in the founding of the country. We were instrumental in the continuation of the country through the 1800s. And we were damn well there in the 1900s helping push us today into the 20th and 21st century. And if anyone calls me a liar on that, well, then I'm going to have more words with them. Because when you look at American history, and I would challenge anybody, you take any span of era in American history, and I can link Pennsylvania Dutch people to that era, either how they influenced it or how they participated in it. Name any major war. We were there. Name, how the Declaration of Independence was printed in German before it was printed in English, for Pete's sake. We were, and we still are, a major part of American history and American culture. And anytime tells me, learning Pennsylvania Dutch, why would anyone do that? That's an old language. No one speaks it anymore. You don't need it. Don't learn it. I'm going to tell you right now, that if someone talks to you like that, you turn right around and walk away.
Don't water yourself down for anybody else.
Don't give them the time of day. I'm telling you, we must maintain our cultural identity.
And language.
Let me go back to this suing the government. I'll tell you what we should do. We should go to somebody, Supreme Court, I don't know, and say, you don't have to pay us any money.
But we want Pennsylvania Dutch Day.
I want a Pennsylvania Dutch Day, like a national holiday.
Yeah.
Other groups have it. The Irish have St. Patrick's Day, and Italian Americans have Columbus Day. And what about us? We were here before both those groups were, and we don't have a day.
That's true. We need a day in the summer where we all throw quaits.
Yeah, it's got to be a summer holiday so that we can have a picnic and throw quaits. And yeah, I agree with you on that. And have red beet eggs.
Yeah.
You really like red beet eggs, don't
really
you?
Like it.
But as soon as we all give in and start going into this monoculture that people are pushing in this country today, we're losing something we can never get back.
You gotta be proud of who you are and proud of your forefathers, because if you're not proud of your forefathers, then you can't have any respect for yourself. And so if you grew up speaking a language, it's not English, keep speaking it and teach your kids. So if you grew up speaking Spanish or Arabic or anything you want, anything that's your family, your culture, you keep that and don't.
No, we're not saying learn English too. We're not. We're getting on that bandwagon.
You gotta learn English because
you gotta learn English to be successful in this country. Of course, English is the language of this country. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with that at home speaking your cultural heritage language. Because if someone comes into my house and hears me speaking Pennsylvania Dutch with my kids, that's who we are. That doesn't make me any less of an American. I still pledge allegiance to the flag, and I would do whatever my country asks me to do.
Isn't that kind of an American thing, is to be who you are and proud of who you are, but if you give it up, that's un-American.
I thought that's what it was all about, but apparently nowadays we're supposed to give those things up and fit this one mold. Well, no, I don't agree. Like my grandmother's cookies, they never all looked exactly alike.
But they were always damn good.
You're damn right they were. Be proud of who you are. We, as the Pennsylvania Dutch people, have a lot to be proud of in our history and our culture. It makes us unique. Makes us uniquely American in that sense, I think. Our folk art, our language, our religious traditions, our culture, our foodways, our superstitions, what we practice throughout the year, that makes us who we are. And once you lose it, you never get those things back. Do not give in.
Don't give in. Don't water yourself down.
Be a proud American, but be a proud Pennsylvania Dutch American. There's nothing wrong with that.
Darn tootin'.
Pennsylvania Dutch Day. Get a petition going.
Yeah, pick a date, sometime warm.
Yeah.
And some things that we gotta have. Quaits, red beet eggs, beer, potato chips.
Yeah. And among any other things. Be proud of who you are as a Pennsylvania Dutchman.
And if you don't remember what we said in the beginning, just be proud of who you are as a Pennsylvania Dutchman.
That's what I just said.
I know, but some people have short memories. So, you heard it from the Dutchman. And until next time, mach's gut.
Mach's gut und sei stolz.
Sei stolz.
Yeah.
Tschüss.
You can't say tschüss.
That's German. Wow. I'm proud of my German heritage, too.
We're still rolling. This kid here, don't say tschüss, say
Mach's gut.
Mach's gut.
Okay, so mach's gut.
Mach's gut. If you have a question, why you have to email us at busterpa@yahoo.com.